Hey everybody. So I have been kind of waiting to put up a YouTube video until I kind of felt better. And I realized today that I am just not going to feel better right away. Ooh, my camera seems really close to my face. It will not zoom out though. I am driving up to my aunt's to do her chores because she took some show calves to the state fair and she's back today, but I am just keeping track of her basic chores, her water and feeding and exercising her dogs, and she's got brand new kittens and all those things. So I thought I'd talk to you while I go and do that, because I haven't put up a YouTube video in a very long time at this point. And it occurred to me today that I may not be the only one that has some problems. Duh. Sometimes you get wrapped up in your own situation so tightly that you forget that you're not the only one in the world that has some problems. So I thought I would talk about it real quick. So I'm coming back really well from, this is going to be one really bumpy video. Coming back really well from my lightning experience. My brain is not as quick as I would like it to be in so many ways. I'm reaching for things that have been there for years and years and years and are not there. Lyrics to songs, Bible verses, phone numbers. I'm trying to scoot my seat back. Hold on. There you go. Somebody else is driving my pickup. People's names. That's one of the ones I'm really struggling with, is remembering people's names. Dates. I've got hunting season coming up and I didn't have my bookings written down as well as I should have before the accident, and because I had it all stored away in my brain, and since the lightning accident I have been trying to sort that out, and man, that's a mess. But my arm is coming back a little bit better every day, but it's very frustrating. I can't do the things that I would be doing this time of year. I'm having to take it slow and having to slow down and not hurt myself trying to do too much, and that is detrimental to my mental health, because I deal with stress and anxiety and keeping my brain happy by doing activities, doing things, doing projects, working on things that take a lot of brain power, like building the animal run. That took a lot of brain power and kept me very happy and busy all last summer. But I'm also not working right now. I don't have a town job right now. I just have this ranching job, and right now on this ranch, it's summer pasture. There's not a lot of hands-on things to do with the cows. But usually I have some social aspect of waitressing or bartending or doing something in town where I'm talking to people and I'm getting dressed up every so many days, or, you know, I've been doing that during the summers for the last 6, 8, something like that years of my life, and this is the first time I haven't. The restaurant in town closed. I could go get a different job in town, but it takes so much time and fuel to drive to town that a minimum wage waitress isn't going to make back her fuel in this area in tips. It's just the way it is. So before I was working a actual paid by the hour instead of counting on tips. It's just a very small town, and it's just one of the ways it is in this kind of community. So I haven't been doing that. It's just cheaper to stay home and not spin my wheels. And with the COVID coming back strong, it's just easier and safer and cheaper to just work from home. So I have been trying to find a work from home job, and that's not going awesome, as I'm sure if any of you have actually tried to find a job to work from home, you understand. But so I lost my train of thought. Oh, we were working on a happy brain. So I'm trying to get some projects going. I'm limited with my physical ability. It not only wiped out my arm, but it wiped out my lungs and my strength overall, and my endurance and all kinds of things. Somebody's trying to pull in my driveway. Hold on. Hunting season has begun and there are hunters everywhere. I need to get some more private property signs up. People just don't seem to care if they're tripping across private property or not. I don't know. It happens every year. But Anyway, I have been waiting for a day where I felt better because I want to bring happy energy to this channel and to these people that, like you, that have been supporting me for over a year now. And I just realized I'm just gonna have to dive back in. I'm just gonna have to dive back in, and it is what it is. The videos will be what they are. I may not have such interesting things to do because I can't do them. I literally can't physically do most of what I used to do. Let's turn the puppy out here. Hi! Oh, I know, you've been in the kennel a long time. Gonna run me over. He gets so excited to come out of the kennel. Right. He goes back in it really well, but gets excited to come out of it. Anyway, I just wanted to also say a thing or two about screen time. Because I realized lately that I have been causing myself, for the first time in my life, like a depression. Like a anxiety, stress, depression, which is not something I've ever allowed myself to succumb to for very long. Like, we all have depressed situations. We all have days where we don't feel up to things or feel sad, or, you know, but mine, I've always kind of worked it out of myself. I know that sounds kind of awful. I got paint on my sleeve, but, you can make your brain happier with physical activity and giving it something to puzzle over. And I've never let myself kind of like fall off into a bad mental place before, but I kind of have lately. And I just realized it today, basically, and yesterday and the day before, that I needed to get control of this because I was really, really anxious and I'm not sleeping well. And I've got all this anxiety, and I realized what it was. I am spending way, way too much time looking at social media platforms. I'm giving my brain that something to think about constantly and never processing any of the things I'm seeing. So, like, the YouTubers that I follow are all positive and wholesome, and their videos are good for my brain. They give me something to think about that's exciting, they can relate to, that maybe I could do in my own garden or in my own house, like Garden Answer. And I think I watched some of the Magnolia series and some other things like that. But when you're scrolling Facebook or reaching for TikTok or looking at Instagram every 10-15 minutes all day long because you're just hanging out and you're just scrolling, it's extremely bad for your brain. It's very bad for your mental health, and it's hard to overcome because it's like a sugar. It's basically like sugar. It makes your brain spike. It makes your brain work fast, and it gives you that little bit of that makes it addictive. Just like sugary candy or pop or nicotine or whatever it is that is giving you that little. It's the same for social media platforms. And if you're not giving yourself enough time to process things. Oh, the dog just got in the tank. Cade, what are you doing? You cooling off? I haven't put any water in there yet. Yeah, there wasn't very much water in there, huh? We gotta fill these 2 tanks for the cows. What I was saying is that you have to give your brain enough time to process every single thing you put in it. So if you are only giving your brain 15 minutes to process an hour's worth of social media and then doing it again all day long, by the time you go to bed, your brain is exhausted and it has to figure out all the things that you showed it today while you're sleeping. And that's not healthy because your brain needs to be relaxing and distressing and calming down when you're sleeping. So I just wanted to mention all of that just in case anybody else needed help realizing how much screen time, non-wholesome screen time, you're putting into your brain. And that also goes for what is the tone of what you are putting in your brain. Because, like, I think there's a very big difference between wholesome things, learning things, and then things that are like supposed to be funny or rude, or reading angry comments just to pass the time, which I find myself doing all the time on TikTok. I'm like, oh my goodness, I bet the comment section is full of very angry people. And then I go through and I read the angry comments, and I'm like, I just did the opposite of what I needed to do to my brain. So you cannot give your brain negative things all the time, or it's going to be negative. Just the way it is. So I will quit talking, and we will do some wholesome things like water the cows and feed the calves and pet the kittens and gather the eggs. And I will see you guys hopefully in a new video very soon. Well, chickens, can you get any food or not? There we go. There, now it'll work. What's it doing? Hmm? Are we happy? Come here. You sit down. Yes, you are young. Sit. 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 Thank you. You're such good dogs. You're such good dogs. Such good dogs. Okay. Molly, how are you today? How are you today? How are you?